They say Sangun is trash, but in this video, I'm gonna prove them all wrong. Okay, that's enough with the jokes. Hello, gents, ladies, and other pals. In today's video, I wanted to see if I can beat Awakened Conquest Level 1 Amon with Sangun, Bonnie, and Nagi. Again, Sangun and Nagi have not been the most appealing in the eyes of the people, but I think that they can be pretty good. Like I said of Sangun, it's not that his kit is bad. He can do really good damage, but it's just the idea that his passive is so inconsistent. That's what makes him not that good to use. But he can still do good damage. And so, with the team setup here, we have Sangun, Bonnie, Nagi. Bonnie with just the pure support, everything. Bonnie is better if you're gonna use anything other than Esther. Esther needs to have G1, so Nagi is going to kind of be carrying a little bit. We're gonna see. I don't know, but Awakening 1 for Conquest is kind of like the rite of passage for these characters to see, you know, could they really do it? But looking at the build here, we have Sangun. These are her skills, not fully maxed, but you know, it'll be fine. We have his gear, well, not his gear, but we have the artifact, and also his artifact is you need a counterattack as well to get the buffs. So he kind of has a scaly passive, scaly artifact. So we're gonna see how he does. We have him at A1, like I said. If you could get A4, WoW applies WoW Forever to enemies of Stagger or Bind for 6 seconds. He could be a very niche pick that could be really funny. He could.
No harm in a little flair, right?
As for his build, for his monster links, we have June, Frostbite, and Scar, because his special skill can hit like a truck when he has his WoW Forever on. And we obviously have the legendary monster link.
Care for a drink.
We have Bonnie. These are her skills. We have her artifact. Again, when she tags out and does her tag out skill, she gives wind damage to the rest of the team. All right, we have her at A6. Again, more tag out damage. And for Bonnie, we're giving her Fiend, Golgak, and Amon, legendary monster link. For Nagi here, we have her skills here. We have her artifact. Again, just when she switches out, or when she uses her switch skill, when she switches in, sorry, she gets a wind damage, and she gets more basic attack damage if she has the whole damage immunity thing. And we have her A0.
Choose the most
we are
beautiful
giving her
one.
El Dorado, Scar,
That's what I
and
deserve.
Plains Minotaur. You would go Plains if you had Sangun on A4, because that's when you'd actually have, like, you know, his WoW ever. But for this, we actually want to maybe do a little bit of damage, so we're going to give it this on Nagi. And we have obviously legendary monster link.
You're dead.
Care for a drink.
So this is the team. See, the big issue with this team is that there are not that many good monster links to go with the Wind team. Wind team is the weakest team, believe it or not, right? Fire has access to Fiend, Duoxini. Ice has access to Moon Shadow, Blue Shadow. Earth has Kustos, which again still pretty good. Rock Fist Dude, right? And I forgot the Lightning. They have Stickmugger and Spoonmugger. Wind?
Is this a snap?
Nukjune doesn't have a good rank
come
effect.
on. I'm just kidding.
Plains Minotaur is okay, but it's not the best, right? So you can see Wind is just it's just not, they're not the strongest. They're the weakest, and they really need help. I don't think Earth needs help like that much. I think Earth can hold their own. If I had to rank the teams, it'd be Fire, Ice, Lightning, Earth, and Wind. But Wind really needs help. They do not have good monster links. But that was the team. We're gonna see if we can beat Amon Awakened level 1 on Conquest. So without further ado, let us get into the battle. Alright, so we are in Conquest Amon, and the game plan is we have to go into Bonnie, right? So when she tags out with her A2, she gets the crit damage to my team. And legit, Nagi's carrying, and I come over with Sangun, boom, and I deal damage to Sangun. Like, cause look, Sangun can do decent damage. And you see, I'm legit just resetting Bonnie to give the crit damage back into Sangun, boom. It's just I'll just keep doing that over and over and over and over again. Right, and you know, I was actually surprised. I didn't think I was gonna beat this, but because I have Nagi to A0 and Sangun's A1, right? But like the team actually came through, which goes to show it's not the awakening, guys. Well, it is the awakening at a certain point, but you know, you can do it with A0. You can, and you can see here. Again, like I was talking about in the intro, the main problem with this team is they don't have any good monster links. They just don't. Remember, Ice, we have Moon Shadow, lowering defenses. I got lucky that was only the first part of his evasive, because I could do this with Sangun. And I saved my ult until I get the Wild Feather, because my A1 makes my Wild Feather, apply for that. Because the wind is so weak because they just don't have any monster links. We have Nukjun. His rank effect gives you what? Crit rate, which you don't need. You have Plains Minotaur, which is only active on stagger, which is okay. But other than that, we have no defense shred with wind. Like none of that. So wind needs help, and they just need monster links. I hope they give wind a conquest of their own just for a monster link, because they're in a tough spot. They're by far the weakest team. Again, like I was saying before, Ice, they have Moon Shadow giving ice resistances. You have Blue Shadow, which is just disgustingly good. You have Fire, they have Duoxini, you have Fiend, you have Earth, they have Kustos, they have Rock Fisted. Lightning has Stick and Spoon Mugger. Wind does not have this. Wind does not have damage upon attacking with elemental weakness. They don't have any shred. So until they add new mons, Wind is just the weakest team. So actually, I think for the legendary monster lane. By the way, look at this damage, by the way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was a little scared. I don't think I popped my round of feather off of this. I did. Yeah, so, and another thing about this team in particular, and with Esther, Jiwon, and Nagi, there is no healing in this team, right? There's no healing, because let's think about this. Ice has Nare with her shield, which is going to heal you. You have Francis, which heals. Like, you have all these supports, but Wind is the only team without any heals, just pure buffs. So you can see, like, I died right here. It's really tough. So Wind needs a lot. And for legendary monster link, I think what you might want to go is attack, right? Damage boss enemies, elemental weakness damage, and then just go wind damage for the last one. I mean, wind damage, you might as well, because it's like as if you had it would be as if you had a monster link that had that as a rank effect, because wind is just not good, which is unfortunate, because we have two wind characters, right? Esther and Nagi, but the team simply just is lacking in monster links, especially. That's the big thing, and really just no healing support. There's no support that heals. And again, in matches like this where the bosses do a lot of damage, having no heals kind of sucks, which is why I think Arvandon instead of El Dorado is best for this team. But you can kind of see the game plan. Like, Nagi really good at staggering, right? I'm super scared right now. I'm trying not to get hit. I accidentally hit the evasive there, but it was a two-part for that one. Now, how? It's very scary. It's very scary. But yeah, no, this is Sangun. Like, yes, Sangun is not the best, but he is not the worst character in the game. I do not think he's the worst character in the game. When he has his passive on, he's actually a pretty decent character. I personally believe Liho is the worst character that you could play. But yeah, this team can hold their own. Again, that's just the main thing of Wind. They just need a lot of help. Yeah, they have the characters, but they do not have the monsterlings. And boom! Wait, boom! They need the monsterlings. They need more than just characters. But anyways, that was me just trying out this team of Sangun, Bonnie, Nagi. Because even if you don't have Sangun at A4, you can still beat Awakening level 1 with this team, which doesn't look like that appealing. But again, Sangun himself is not bad. His kit, he does have places where he can shine. That's why I say he's niche. Even without his A4, he can still do pretty good damage. But anyways, that was the team. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I ruined my outro. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.